The opinions expressed on the Custody Queen Show are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for personal, professional legal advice. The persons discussed are fictional and not based on actual clients.
Thought it was love, had kids in between. You can count on us, we're the Custody Queens. Yeah, you can count on us, we're the Custody Queens.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to spend this morning with all of our Go Country listeners and Kimmy. We have an awesome guest here today. We have Kimmy from Kimmy's Creations, and I'm going to let Sam introduce her.
Yeah, and most of you probably already know her. She's quite the influencer. She has an incredible following on TikTok and on Instagram. If you're not following her, go follow her at Kimmy's Creations. We're going to chat about how she got started, what inspired her into the cooking world, and how she became such an online sensation. It's pretty obvious when you go through her Instagram and TikTok what a charming and talented woman we have here today. So Kristen and I are very, very excited to have you. Thank you for joining us. Let's give a warm welcome to Kimmy.
And really quick before we start, asking some of the good questions to Kimmy, I just want to let everyone know that I follow her and I've been on her page, and I am not a very good cook at all. I think that on one of my Mother's Day cards, one of my kids said I was a really good cooker, but that is really limited to like crock pot and prepackaged seasonings. And I am like the biggest seasoning and sauce person in the world. So I was super excited to see all the seasonings, and you make it look like I can do it. Like you make me feel confident that I could actually start maybe cooking some meals.
And Kimmy, you have your own line of seasonings, right?
I do. We're actually rebranding right now. We're coming out with even more seasonings. Trying to do at least 6 to start off with, and then start rolling out to make even more and more. So it makes everyone's life a lot easier.
Yeah, well, we need that. Kristen and I will be hitting the crock pot with the seasonings.
When I Google a recipe, if the prep time is more than no joke, 15 minutes, I'm like, nope, swipe. Or if it tells me that I have to get 6 different seasonings and measure them out and put them in, swipe. I'm a super, super busy woman. And so what I love is when the seasonings are equally as easy as they are good. And, sometimes you look at some of the seasonings and they're just so high in sodium, or they're just really bad. And then I have my select few, but my kids love the flavors. They have all inherited my sauce and seasoning taste buds. All right, let's get into it.
All right, well, before we get into it, I wanted to do a CQ Talk Box, if that's okay, Kristen, where we just ask a random question. It's an icebreaker just to kind of get to know you a little better, Kimmy, and to have our listeners get to know you a little bit as well. So our question today is, if you could swap lives with any fictional character for a day, who would it be? I'm going to make Kristen go first to give you a second. Unless, Kimmy, you're ready. I don't want to put you on the spot too much.
She can go first.
Oh my gosh. Any fictional character? I don't know. Sam, you go first. You're better at this stuff.
Hermione Granger, Harry Potter. I would make.
I was like, who is that?
I was right here. I'm her Harry Potter. I'm like,
there you
everyone
go.
has their rights and everyone has their bad passes. But I mean, to be a wizard or a witch for life, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to be something.
Exactly.
How about you?
Well, I'm going to keep with it, and I'm going to go with Superman.
Okay, there you go.
To fly and save the world, and if you need a day off, you just take a little break. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to fly and be able to be from point A to point B in 3.2 seconds and actually really help save the world and help the public as a whole.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it now. So Kimmy, can you tell us how you first got started cooking and what inspired you?
I first started cooking when I was around 18 years old. I joined the military and I got married within 6 months. So I wanted to be that wife that cooks for her husband. And then I had my first son at 19. So I wanted to be that mom that also knows how to cook and bake and stuff like that. So I started
make your own baby food.
Yeah, that was the plan.
I tried that. Maybe 3 rounds, and then I was like, dude, it's cheaper for me to buy it and have it shipped to my house.
It's so much cheaper, but I definitely wanted to be that mom. I didn't grow up with my mom, so I kind of wanted to be the really extra mom. So I kind of taught myself how to cook for the last 14, 15 years. I've gotten better each year. So if anyone's had my food about 10 years ago, you can't say you know who I am now. 'Cause I'm not the same cook that I was 10 years ago. Actually, I have a 16-month-old. I actually does make his baby food. I make his little guacamole, meal prep for the week and stuff like that for him because he does love that stuff.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And isn't it funny how you do, like you just said, if you knew me 10 years ago, isn't it funny how you get a little bit of social media not even publicity, but a little bit of fame, and that's not even the right word, but you get exposures and then everybody wants to come out of the woodwork because they see your success, and it's like, oh, I knew her when she was 14 and she didn't know how to cook a corn dog. I mean, Sam and I deal with that on a pretty significant level.
Yeah.
And I can tell you over the last 3 years, it used to really bother me when I saw comments. And one of the biggest comments we get is, oh, they don't look like attorneys. They can't be attorneys. They look like, X, Y, and Z. And some of those are explicit words, And now I read it and I just laugh. It's like, people are just envious of like your following and where you're at. So don't ever let that get you down, girl. And nobody that tasted your food 10 years ago can even compare you to where you're at now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I think too, it's just like, if you're gonna hate on me, then I want to be in your shoes, and if I don't want to be in your shoes, then maybe you're just hating. So, it is to each his own. There's plenty of people that like me, plenty of people that don't. That's fine. We keep moving. But okay, so what inspired you to put kind of your platform on social media and start sharing your creations with everyone?
So I initially started it because I wanted to get like extra money from YouTube. Because people swear you're in the military that you are loaded. Oh, they pay for your this, they pay for your that. We were still broke in the military. Check the check. It came every month, 1st to 15th. It definitely did. But that last week before the next check was a little scarce. So, and at the time I had 3 kids at the time. And I was pretty much a single mom at the time. So I was like, I wanted some extra money. And then my family, my friends love my food. So, and a lot of them due to military, they live in different states, different areas. So I decided I'd teach you guys, virtually how to cook the meals that you actually love that I make all the time. So I started in January of 2020. And then, of course, COVID hit in March. And I had a job to where I get to stay home on my computer all day when my son worked on his computer for school all day. And I kind of just did videos in between time, during my lunch break and stuff like that. And it just kind of kept going, and now it's to a point where I was like, I can't remember why I started sometimes.
Well,
it came so far.
It's awesome to look back and think about it because boy, oh boy, have you grown online. You have just an incredible presence.
No, and it's so organic. I love that. It kind of reminds me about Sam and I's journey. It's like, you just kind of have a little baby thought, and then it wasn't a lot of thought or where are we going to be in 5 years? And it sounds like that's exactly what happened with you. And those are the people I love following because it's not a job to them. Yes, it's nice to have the monetary benefit and to be rewarded for your work. But when it's organic, it's like you were born to do this versus I'm doing it because someone is making me do it. And that's kind of, I love having guests on like that because that's truly how Sam and I got in this business, and we love educating people. And it's funny, you can, when I meet with clients, and Sam does too, and we're going over the initial consult and we're talking about the big picture, and a lot of times one parent may not have spent a lot of like alone quality time with the kids because they may have been the breadwinner and their partner or their spouse may have done all of the day-to-day stuff. And so a lot of times we'll sit down and we'll say, okay, like what are things that you can do with your child that don't cost a lot of money? And cooking is always something that I encourage. Yes, there's sports and a lot of kids have sports, but you need things that are like safe for kids, that are fun, that don't put pressure on them. And I think that cooking together, and my daughter can actually teach me because I think she learns from my amazing mother-in-law. I got my mom's cooking skills, which, I'll leave that at that. But my daughter will be like, oh no, Mom, you need a pinch of this. And it is, you know what it is? It's all from YouTube and TikTok. Like, it is, she's teaching me skincare, she's teaching me cooking, But that cooking for all of you that are going through a family law case or don't even have a family law case but want to figure out how to bond with your kids now that you're in like a new transition of life and that you're looking for things that can come together, get on Kimmy's page, watch some videos, try it at home. But it is such a no pressure, fun thing to do with your kids.
So, Kimmy, do you remember, like, do you have a moment where you're like, wow, I'm blowing up on the internet? Like, everyone is starting to follow me. Like, do you have a moment where you realize, like, I'm an online sensation?
It took me a little bit, and my husband tells me now, like, babe, you have to revel in it and realize who you are. Because I'm just so, I think it's what they call it, the imposter syndrome. It's like, oh, I just got lucky and that video went viral. Mind you, 200, 300 million views later. I'm still thinking like, oh, I just got lucky with that one video went viral. But
That's
I
crazy.
think when I was able to leave the military and do this full time and be comfortable and not have to worry about, trying to get my VA benefits and all this other stuff. I still haven't applied for any of that stuff yet. And I'm just like, I think it's really a blessing. And it hit me then. And then, of course, the little things like when I got to meet Michelle Obama with my 5-year-old at the time. And
That's
stuff
incredible.
like that. I was like, whoa, like I just click videos. I just click
I've made it. I've made it.
all I do, and people love it. They try it. I've seen a lot of celebrities try it, and send me a message or a video like, oh, I just tried your this, and it's like, wow, I'm really making an impact.
That's amazing. And it's so true that like food makes a home. You walk into a house and there's a home cooked meal. It really just changes everything. It turns it into a gathering and everyone's happy and smiling. So it's really a cool thing. I'm very much fangirling right now.
No, I am too. I think we need to like do another show in 3 months after Sam and I can actually maybe film
I'm gonna
us
start
trying to cook some of Kimmy's food, and
Yeah.
I'm guessing Sam will be more successful than me. But you got to start somewhere. And my 5-year-old, when I say that food literally is one of his most favorite things in the entire world, I think it goes mama and food. And the kid eats literally every 20 minutes. And he went to stay with my mom, and my mom's like, dude, you weren't joking. Like, he doesn't stop eating. And so him and I are working maybe on healthier choices and better things. But I'm gonna check it out with him. And are there things that that he could actually do for himself on there?
So I do have a few videos with my sons. Usually CJ, he's one that loves the camera. I want to be in front of the camera. I've made mac and cheese with them before. They love mac and cheese in this house. I think I make it at least 4, 5, 6 times a month. And it has to be like the baked version. I can't be the box.
It's not the craft version.
No, it has to be baked. Like, it literally has to be. They are so particular about that. I've made we do like pizza night to where I just buy all the pizza stuff and let them assemble their own pizzas with their own toppings and stuff like that. Quick little things they could and I put it in the oven for them and stuff like that. So we do a few things, make like lemonades and stuff like that. Stuff that's quick and easy.
Yeah.
But also not too scary for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. I'm gonna check it out because Hudson's he eats more than my other two combined, and I got to figure out a way to involve it as something fun for him and I to do, and also that's maybe not including so many bags of chips.
Right.
All right. So Kimmy, what do you have like a favorite dish right now? I'm sure it changes a lot, but like, what's your go-to right now or favorite dish?
Right now, I've been into the carne asada tacos on the grill a lot lately. I made some actually yesterday with like homemade guac, homemade salsa. My husband was in here like, what did you put in this? I said, this is love. You gotta put love in there, and it tastes delicious. So I've really been into like the different styles of carne asada tacos and
It's the seasoning, right? It's the seasoning.
It's definitely the season. I did.
It's coming soon.
And I can't wait for that to come soon. But I've kind of been. Each month I find like a new obsession, and I like eat it like 6 times a week, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done with it. I don't want to see it ever again. So right now it's tacos.
That's awesome.
Tacos. I love tacos. I could eat tacos every day too. All right, what's your favorite? We have the holidays that are going to be here before we know it. I mean, it's already summer, and I think Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas are going to be here like tomorrow. So what is a dish that you could send me to on your page that I could shock everybody's what's off by showing up with this dish at Thanksgiving that's also going to be doable for me?
Doable. I say the candied yams.
Candy.
It's really easy. It doesn't take much prep. It's pretty measured out. I kind of keep it measured out to make it a little bit easier for everybody. But it's a low working dish. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to stand on the stove for 20, 30 minutes and stuff
That's
like
got my name all over it. And I know it's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna think that I bought it, took it out of the Tupperware, or took it out of the dish and then put it in Tupperware so it looks like I made it. I know that's gonna happen.
It is so good. People tell me every year they tried to make it and they said their family loved it. The mac and cheese, of course, to me it's easy. It takes me about 30 minutes and I'm done. But to everybody else, it's, for some reason, I don't know why.
A little bit trickier.
I even made it so much easier to where I don't do a roux at all. I just do straight cheese sauce, no roux, to make it even easier. And somehow still, some people would say it's just too hard to do.
It's that
Okay,
magic mac and cheese.
It's the love and the seasoning.
Love.
I love a good broccoli salad. Do you have a good recipe for that?
I don't yet, because my son swear that broccoli is like a foreign object. It's like,
Okay.
I blend it in your food all the time. You don't even know it's there. So you think it's disgusting, but you'll be eating it in mac and cheese for a couple months now.
Okay, Kristen from Custody Queens is requesting a good broccoli salad. Like, I love a little maybe cheese or bacon, but it's always the sauce, like the filler sauce, that I can never get right. Like, you want it sweet, but not too sweet, but not too salty. So, Kimmy, I bet you could come up with the most amazing broccoli salad for us.
I probably can. It's a good summertime dish as well.
It is, and it fills you up, and then you actually, sitting by the pool having a drink, it kind of balances out. At least
Have some broccoli and some booze, people.
that is the Custody Queen's piece of advice for the day. All right, so do you have any upcoming projects or events that you're super excited about, or that you want to let us know about, that we can follow on your journey online?
So I'm going to the Boys and Girls Club next week with my husband and my assistant. We're going to teach kids how to make, like, a quick little dish and kind of, encourage them to cook more and stuff like that. Like I said, working on the seasonings that's coming out so soon, and I can't wait to throw out their little teasers and stuff like that. I'm going to bring back my original one, my garlic butter and herb seasoning that everyone, I think I sold over 70,000 bottles of that seasoning within a year. And everyone loved it. They keep texting me and emailing me and DMing me like, I need my seasoning. I ran out. So
Do you have a good ranch one? Like a ranch dry
I have
seasoning?
an amazing ranch season. I actually have a ranch like spice seasoning in my cookbook I buy on Amazon.
Okay, you're reading my love language here,
I love a good ranch. I got all
So
the
do
ranch and everything. Yep.
Okay, and what about a steak seasoning? You got to have that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming out with a steak season. To me, steak, I do like it a little bit on the simple side. When it's regular, like a regular steak, a filet or a New York strip, I'm simple with the salt, a lot of salt. My sister always kind of judges me when she sees me season the steak, and I'm just like, just trust me. At the end, it will make sense. And then she tries, it's like, okay, it's really good. I'm like, it's not salty.
No judgment here.
No judgment.
I could have a spoonful of salt and just be. I love salt way too much.
Yes.
I think my childhood best friend just had so much salt on popcorn that I got desensitized to it.
No, you can just put Sam and I on auto ship for those seasonings because
big old PR box with everything in there.
I honestly the more. And I love what you're doing with the Boys and Girls Club. Sam and I are super involved with the community, and we've been really heavily involved with Olive Branch, which is a children's foundation with foster children. And one of the things that they have tried to get us involved with, and we're trying to just figure out the timing, is they work with the kids that they're aging out of high school, but they're not quite adults. I mean, they are adults because they're 18, but it's teaching them how to be independent, and cooking is a big part of that. And so I think that is amazing that you're doing that. I think a lot of these kids kind of just get pushed out of the system at 18 and they don't know, how to manage money, how to cook for themselves, how to clean. And so I think it's a really, really good thing that you do that.
Yeah, I try to find more things out here in Jacksonville. I did the Fleet Week in Fort Lauderdale with the Navy. I went out there, showed love because I did 13 years in. And then I'm going to go again, I think in Houston, I want to say in November, I'm going to Fleet Week again, show some love, put some light on the military for people that are thinking about joining and, the reasons to join, because it definitely was a great stepping stone for my life. I did age out of it pretty quickly with my kids and everything like that. But if I didn't have as many kids as I have, I think I probably would have stayed full 20 years. I think I had to put my kids first, which is why I got out. And then I'm trying to find shelters out here that I can deliver hot food to. I know a lot of them want like already like box meals and stuff. I'm like, I want to like cook a big meal and just take it to them so they don't have to worry about nothing at all.
Well, that's amazing. And if you ever come out to the base in San Diego, Sam and I will be, at the front of the line, and because it's in Coronado, right? Isn't that where we have a
Yeah, I
big?
think it's a few out there.
Yeah, I think Sam and I are huge. We've actually had somebody from SEAL team that is a good friend of ours that's been on the show a couple times, and so we love following the military. I'm always blown away and impressed by the discipline and the structure it sets up. I think it's a really good route for a lot of people, and it's a great thing. But I went to college in Jacksonville, so I played soccer at Jacksonville University a long time ago. I think I was there from 2000 to 2004, I believe. But it's funny. I had never heard of it until I started looking at there for college, and my has it grown. It is a phenomenal city, and in 20 years, I can't believe how much it's grown. So, yep, I'm a Jaguar from Jacksonville University.
I moved here last year. My husband is military. He's still military. He got about 3 years left. So I said, you might as well just go ahead to the end, retire. Yeah, we good. And I moved out here last year. It's hot. It's very hot.
It is. It's hot.
I'm not used to that at all. I'm from New York, and I lived in Virginia my whole adult life. So I'm used to having actual seasons: winter, spring, fall, summer. Here it's like summer, a little cool outside, summer. So
Yeah.
I'm getting used to that. But it is amazing out here, and it's such a big city with so much to do.
Do you know it's actually the largest city, like mass continental size, like of like just how big it is, and everything was 30 minutes. Everything you do is 30 minutes. But what I loved was you get that little bit of a period from like late November through like February where it actually gets cold because it's right on the border of Georgia, and we got like frost. We almost got a little bit of snow, a little teeny bit of snow, and I think it happens like every 5 years. But yeah, I remember my very first day walking across campus to go get my picture for the ID card, and I had perfectly flat, straightened hair, and by the time I took a 7-minute walk, it was out to here. So the humidity is no joke. But there are some amazing hidden gems, like a little bit in the Central Florida, South Florida area. Key West is amazing if you haven't been. Like truly amazing. Key Largo, like that whole, just the drive, it's so out of a movie. And Sam and I do a lot of military divorces. So if anyone, listening to this on Go Country, anyone listening to this, we do have the experience and the expertise. There's just little nuances that you want to be aware of with respect to support and retirement and BAH and BAS, which are things that come when you're in the military. And for everyone listening, if you want to reach out to Kimmy, we're going to have her give her information. We'll have it posted on YouTube as well. Or you could hit up Sam and I. You can message us on Instagram or hit us up on custodyqueens.com. Or you can call us at 1-800-419-7772. That is 1-800-419-7772.
And Kimmy, what's the best way to get a hold of you, on TikTok or Instagram, or another way?
I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I'm on Twitch now. I'm on everything.
Twitch? What's Twitch? I'm like I'm a little behind.
Streaming services. I kind of go on there to like do the behind the scenes of my videos. So I do I usually batch record all in one day, like 3 or 4 videos. So I use Twitch to kind of go behind the scenes, and you get to see how I make the video and things I do.
Very cool.
Into it. So yeah.
Do you have a subscription based on the platforms to where subscribers could, maybe pay like a fee and then they get to know you a little bit better, or they could actually like reach you with a DM?
I'm trying to get that, so I'm trying to understand that more. I made a Patreon to kind of start that. I just got to figure out how to use it. I'm showing my age a little bit here. I try to figure out how to use all.
Oh, same.
Platforms. So many platforms and so many different ways to communicate with your community. So I'm trying to find ways. But anywhere you look, Kimmy's Creations with a K, you will find me.
And
that is awesome.
You mentioned too that you have a book that you can buy on Amazon.
Yes, my first book, I Buy Cookbook. I made it about 4 years ago. I kind of revamped it a little bit, added 5 exclusive recipes to it, and then I put it on Amazon, so it's kind of easier for everybody to get it.
Awesome. And what's the name of it?
It's called I Buy.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. And we will make sure we post that on YouTube as well. So everyone, if you're just listening, you need to go to YouTube and watch the video because we all look pretty cute today. And, sometimes we're even more funny in person when you're watching. But thank you everybody for joining us this Saturday and every Saturday. It was an absolute pleasure. And Kimmy, we're kind of like surrounded by a TikTok and Instagram sensation. I think we're both like fangirling right now.
And
but
I'm really sad that we're not in the same room because I'm hungry.
Right, I got some oxtail in there, some rice and peas. I'm about to cook right now.
And we will make sure we post stories on trying out the seasonings because I think that Sam and I are going to be blown away. But thank you everybody for joining us today, and make sure you are following Custody Queens and Sam and I, myself, to get more information and what's coming and just all of the crazy things we try and do. And remember always, let love rule.